Coach, what do you want to see against Quincy tomorrow night?
I really just want to see our defensive effort and our intensity. That's kind of, going into the scrimmage, I had said I talked about just competing, and obviously that's kind of the theme. I want them to compete. I want us to, to just play really, really hard. And I think usually when we do that, good things happen for this team. So that's really, really keep it simple, play really, really hard, disciplined basketball, and really defend.
Do you feel like you know the team yet as far as rotations, or are you going to find out about that tomorrow night?
I'm getting there. I think I have a really pretty good idea with it. And now that we're playing in games, it'll give us some more time to see different lineups and against other people, right? Our guys are ready to play against someone else besides our practice players and each other. So I have a good feel, but obviously every game I'll get a better feel.
Two players talked about playing faster. Is that an emphasis for you, speeding up the tempo a little bit?
We've always played fast, so that starts with our defense and obviously getting clean rebounds. So, and then we do. We want to push it. We want our pace to be, up tempo, and we want to continue it for 40 minutes. And that's what I was really proud in our scrimmage, just to see the consistent pace that we played with. So hopefully we can, perform tomorrow night and keep that same pace for 40.
It seems like the schedule lays out pretty well for a program that's trying to get its feet on the ground. What do you know about Long Island, and how do you think the pre-conference schedule shakes out?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a schedule that we needed coming in, with taking over a program and a whole new team and whole new system. So hopefully, as the games get harder and harder as the season goes, we'll get more prepared, more confidence, and we'll kind of figure ourselves out. So I think that the schedule fits where we're at in the program, and I really take one game at a time, so I've not even looked at LIU. I'm focused on Quincy, and then we'll get to LIU, prep on Saturday.
And you get to go to Daytona Beach in November.
Yes, that's always a good tournament. We actually, we played there last year and actually played Illinois last year there when I was at Dayton. So it's a great tournament. It'll be some good teams, some good competition, and looking forward to that.
What sort of impact has Makaira just had coming in, and what do you anticipate her role being on this team this season?
Yeah, she's had huge impact, and as a player and also as the leader that she's developing into, and that's what it's been really cool for me to see, now going on year 3 with her, to see her growth as a leader, and how she's really stepping up vocally and then leading by example day in and day out. And as a player, her role is going to be a leader, and it's also going to have, she's going to have the ball in her hands a lot, running the point more so than she did the last couple of years. And she's a scorer, she's a player, so she's going to be asked to defend some of the best players on the other team, and she's going to be, asked to score a lot and take a lot of shots.
I know a lot of teams like to press Illinois last season, and they struggled to bring the ball up the court. Was that kind of the reason why you felt like Makaira was the role that you wanted her to have this season, from playing them one time at least last season?
Yeah, I didn't look anything from last year and what they did or didn't do well. It's more about, her as a player and just her understanding our system and being familiar with it. It's going to help having her at the point. Then we'll bump her over when we bring another point guard in. So it's really nice because she's versatile and can play different spots.
When I know you every year, except for the COVID year, played an exhibition game. Nancy Fay here did not play an exhibition game. What's sort of the balance there? What's the value of an exhibition game that you look at that's so influential?
I just think it's important to get out and have people in the stands and under the lights and have a real, true, pregame warm up and starting lineups, and scrimmage is great because it can teach you a lot about your team and you learn a ton, but there's something different when those lights are bright and you have some people cheering. So I just think it's an important piece, again, especially for a younger, new team. With a lot of them, this is their first time they've ever played here at State Farm Center, including me. So I think it'll be good for all of us.
And is it about getting all those players minutes? Is that what you kind of look at for, not just your starters, but, getting those freshman minutes and everyone minutes on the team?
Yeah, in an ideal situation, you do what you're supposed to do, and you have an opportunity to give a lot of people experience and to play minutes and know what it feels like when they're out in the court. So then when they're named and is called later on in the season, they're ready to go. So hopefully we can get everyone some minutes tomorrow night.
That secret scrimmage against Notre Dame, what did you kind of learn from that? From my understanding, you guys played quite well in that game.
Obviously, it wasn't a secret scrimmage because everyone knows who I was against. So there goes secret, right? But no, we did. We learned a lot. And some of the questions I had in terms of how we were going to be able to defend, the toughness, and competitive spirit that we played with. You know, those were answered for me, but it's one game, and one game does not matter, and it's a game that didn't matter. So, you know, we take anything, whether, you know, you win, lose, whatever the outcome, we take it, we break it down. How do we get better? Let's learn from it, and then we're on to the next one. So that game's long gone. If anything, for our players, hopefully it'll give them a little bit of confidence in knowing what, you know, the process has been, is working a little bit, but you know, it's over.
Was it just like a traditional game, or I mean, because I know Brad played a little bit of a more of a, you know, different situation, or was it just more of a traditional game?
We did a traditional game, yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So Brad got some film from Quincy for their game against Quincy. Did you swap film for?
No, we didn't. So we just had to look. This flies like.
I know.
It keeps going around.
Oh my god. We didn't have film, so we had we went all based off last year, and then a lot of their new players, we just got film. Tried to get some personnel clips from the previous school they were at. So, you know, we're going off really what they have done in the past year. So.
And it's hard to play fast if you don't rebound, right? With your roster, is it a situation where you got to get rebounds from the wings and the guards?
We rebound as a team, and that's what it's going to come down to. We're not the biggest team out there. I mean, you'll see tomorrow night our starting lineup. It's not like we're starting 6-6 across the board. I mean, we're a smaller team, so but that's fine. I've had smaller teams that have had a lot of success and rebounded, top 15 team in the country. So how do you do that? You're disciplined and you box out, and you're very fundamental in it. So that's going to be how this team really, can we consistently be disciplined in our box outs and driving people back. If we can do that, then we can run and get the pace going like we want to.